Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be playing some MekHQ. Hello Varank, yes, here I am and there you are and I'm glad you could make it. And I was asking on Discord how everyone felt about different themes, and I've got one vote for Flat Darkula, which is this theme. If we could get some more input on that, I would be more than thrilled. I understand some people do not like the white on white look. So, in the meantime, I will stick with the metal theme that I've been going with. But I do have one vote for Flat Darkula. If there are any other votes, feel free to let me know, either here or in the comments or on Discord or in any of the ways that I have made it available for you guys to let me know how things are going. While I'm at it, don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Yeah, 1 out of 1 is the majority. So, but I'm gonna hold off until I have more than one vote. So, in the meantime, we are gonna stick with what we've been doing. We'll see what people say, either here or in the comments or on Discord or what have you. So last week, in our shortened episode, because last week I did only have one day off that week, so I was trying to balance various things in my life, and yeah, I'm sorry you guys missed out on your full 2-hour episode. Why does this not? Why is there a scroll bar here? So yeah, we tried to engage this hostile data center and we failed. We're going to try again this week. We are going to be engaging with more than one lance. Speaking of which, it was a Lucian lance, and I believe it was the Phoenix Hawk and the Clint both took some pretty major damage. The Clint has not registered any damage yet. The Phoenix Hawk has not registered any damage yet, which is weird because I know the Phoenix Hawk has lost. I know it lost its left arm. I'm trying to remember what else. I think it lost its left torso. And I think it lost. Didn't lose a leg. Didn't lose its right arm. But I think it lost its left arm and left torso. And you. Here. Say hi to the camera. This is Patty. She is a cutie. But she is a scrummy cutie. Okay. And she is up by the keyboard. Which, yeah. Any cats who make their way up by where the keyboard is will make their way onto camera. So yeah, this is a hostile data center. We're going to be engaging with 2 of our lances. I'm thinking probably Mariana and possibly Tonga. Yeah, I'm thinking Mariana and Tonga together will be rushing that data center. In the meantime, do we have anyone ready to go up? I don't think we do. Oh, Ruby has 20 XP. That's not enough for a gunnery. She's already got Hopping Jack. She's already got Melee Specialist and Melee Master. Can we give her Jumping Jack? Jumping Jack is 20 more XP, so no. Other than that, we've got They're in Limerick, and the Mackie has 20 XP. We could go for melee specialist, I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll go melee specialist in the Mackie. So yeah, that's gonna be Mariana and probably Tonga. We'll do Mariana. We'll do Tonga. We'll see how that goes. That should be... Oh, and that'll be happening today. No need to advance the day or anything. So we've got 431 in turrets. We've got a medium siege turret, a light flak turret, an assault laser turret, and a light bombard turret. We've got 18,000 points worth of mechs. We've got a Griffin 2C, a Griffin 2N, a Griffin 2C number 2, a Griffin 2C2. What is a Griffin 2C2? A pair of Streak SRM2s in the left torso with 1 ton of ammo. A pair of Streak SRM2s in the right torso, so that's 8 SRM2s total, and an ER large and an ER small. And there are 2 of those, as well as a 3-3 with a Griffin 2N, a pair of Royal Wyvern, or a trio of Royal Wyverns, a Fenris, a 2-3 and a Lynx, a 2-5 and a Fenris Prime, a Royal Wyvern number 4, and some Elemental Battle Armors. Okay, well. Our 2 Lances against their 2 stars. I saw an error message, but I did not have a chance to read it. That said, we do have our 8 mechs here. Oh, Hoser's Ride. Hold on. Where is Hoser's Ride? Individual camouflage. I do not remember what Hoser's Ride's camouflage was. Well, dang. I know what it looked like, but I don't remember. Was it Kappa Galaxy? That wasn't quite it, but it's close enough that I think we can roll with it. Okay, so in the briefing room, pending, okay. Oh, didn't mean to click that. I'll be right here. Okay, did that say waiting for server? Is that what that said? Anyway, we will be sorting by battle value. We've got the Lynx 9Q with a 2-3 pilot is our big bad with an ERPPC, a large laser, and 4 mediums. That is piloted by one Billy, who has an SPA, Edge, give me 1 second. Let me figure out what's going on with this SPA. Okay, so we've got no edge, but we've got edge used for all things. Okay, we've got a melee specialist, Theophilus, in the Wyvern. What else have we got? We've got natural aptitude gunnery in the elementals and sandblaster SRM2 in the elementals. Okay, we will have to keep an eye on those elementals and try to stay away from them because they have sandblaster. If I'm not mistaken, though, the majority of units in the majority of people in the unit have to have the ability in order for it to count. Let's go ahead and take away natural aptitude gunnery, but they'll keep sandblaster. So those SRM2s are going to be very accurate. Yeah, no, natural aptitude gunnery is only allowed in the case of randomly generated pilots that we can hire. For the most part, we do not allow it in our opponents. We have Sandblaster, we have Melee Specialist, we have Oblique Artilleryman, we have Multitasker, and some like it. Huh? Oh, wait, that's Tsubasa. So yeah, I think. Let's preview the game map. But I think we're about ready to roll on this. It's kind of a open map with dirt and sand. We're deploying in the north. And our reinforcements should be deploying all on round 8, not 9. Actually, these guys should be deploying on round 8. The others should be deploying sooner. Ash's Archer, which is a 464, speed 5, should be arriving on round 6. And then, of course, the Vulcan, which is a speed 7, plus 1 is 8, so should be arriving on round 4. And apparently our reinforcements are arriving in the west, which I guess is fine. Okay, so we've won initiative. We've got reinforcements arriving on rounds 4, 6, and 8. Oh, that is very dark. I don't know how well you guys can see that because I'm having trouble seeing it. But we will start the Mackie on this road. In the back of the Lynx. We'll start with the Banshee also on that road. We've got the Awesome, we'll deploy, or the Atlas, excuse me, we'll be deploying here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, works for me. And last but not least, the Black Knight will be deploying, I think, right here. Alright, Tsubasa will be deploying on round 4 in the west, followed by Ash 2 rounds later, followed by Hoser and the Stalker. I believe that's Tugyu in the Stalker. SRM streaks could be ugly? Yeah, they absolutely could. That said, I'm hoping that our PPCs and autocannons will be uglier. Thinking we've got a bunch of sensor returns down here. Let's get Longsword moving first. We'll have him move to there. Let's see, we'll have Earl advance to there. We've got a Wyvern that has moved. Let's see, the Mackie can get the Wyvern into medium range. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Hoser thinks he's fine with long range. Yeah. Yeah, the problem is Hoser's going to be deploying on the west side, which could put him relatively close to the backside of this Griffin, for example. We've got some elemental battle armors over here. Elementals and the Fenris. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll move 3 hexes at a run. That'll put us at medium range. For the medium lasers, we need a 3 for running and turning. Needed a 3, got a 10, so we can make that. Alright, so first we got Earl into the Lynx on 8s, into the Wyvern on 12s, that'll be the 8s. So that'll be a 6 on the Lynx. That'll be a 6 and then 8. I want to save at least 7 for the SRMs on the left arm. A 10 on the elementals, 10 on the Fenris. Or an 8 on the Lynx. You know what? That'll be an 8 on the Lynx. We'll skip the elementals for now. Actually. That'll be the LRMs and the SRMs for 4 heat over on the Lynx. The Mackie at the Lynx on 8s versus the elementals. Okay, so we've got the elementals on 8s, we've got the Lynx on 6s. As much as I would love to destroy those elementals, the Lynx is just such an easier target right now. That'll be a 6 there and a 6 there. Throw in a small on a 12 just to be heat neutral. Petra at the elementals on 8s, or at the links on 6s. Man. I really want to take out those elementals. Can we light them up any? Yeah, that should be 6s and 8s. So we'll do that. Actually. So that'll be a 6, that'll be a 6. That'll be a 5. 6s and 8s. We'll skip one of the ERPPCs and replace it with 5 of the mediums. So that'll be a 5 and a bunch of 8s. And some SRMs on 8s as well. Yeah, we'll go 4 heat over on the elementals. The Black Knight, meanwhile, has the Wyvern on 9s, has the Lynx on 8s, the Wyvern. We should be able to get that on 7s. So yeah, that'll be 9. Oh, he's already using a searchlight, so no, that'll be just straight 9s, not 7s. Alternately, the Lynx is on 8s. I had to choose between 8s and 9s. I'll be 8s. Eights and 10s. 8s and 10s is not great. We'll throw in 110, an 8. That'll be a PPC, that'll be, I think, both larges. 8s and 10s, and an 8, and a couple 12s. 2 heat over. Alright. So the Griffin 2C Mark II, firing an ER large laser at Petra, needed a 12, gets a 10, that's a miss. The Fenris with some medium pulse lasers, actually 4 medium pulse lasers, 3 of them hit at the Banshee to the right leg, left torso, center torso for 7 each. That will be a PSR for her. The assault laser turret hits with a pair of ER larges to the right arm and right torso. That's another 16, so that's 37 on her already. The Atlas hits the Lynx in the right leg with the LB-10X down to 16 armor. Hits him in the left leg for 5, down to 21. And 4 SRMs to the left arm and all across the torsos. The Lynx at the Mackie hits him in the left torso with a medium laser down to 27. Griffin 2C misses Petra on an 11. The light flak turret hits Mackie in the center torso critical in the left arm. For no crit, down to 49 armor on that CT. The Mackie hits the Lynx. Yeah, ouch on those ER larges. Yeah, those they needed 9s. They got a 10 and an 11. That's not enough to bump up her PSR difficulty, but it's close. So anything else hits Petra will make her piloting skill check that much more difficult. She's like 3 points from the next threshold. Yeah. Right arm and right torso down to 22 each in those locations. The Griffin misses Petra. The light flak turret hits the Mackie in the center torso and the left arm. The Mackie hits the Lynx in the right torso for 10 and the left torso for 10, down to 8 in both of those locations. Medium laser to the left leg down to 16. Medium laser to the right torso down to 3. That Lynx is looking pretty rough. The Wyvern misses Earl on a pair of 9s. The medium siege turret hits Earl in the center torso with an ERPPC. That siege turret might need to go down. That's a pair of ERPPCs for 10 each. Needing 9s. Got him in the center torso down to 37. Petra missed with the PPC, missed with the LBX. That's unfortunate. Did hit Trooper 4 with a pair of medium lasers, hit Trooper 3, hit Trooper 2 with a medium laser apiece, and 4 SRMs to Troopers 1, 2, and 3. So those guys are... none of them are down yet, but they're close. The Bombard turret misses Petra. The Black Knight, our Black Knight, hits the Lynx in the right torso with a large laser down to 8 structure. Medium pulse laser to the center torso down to 19 armor. Piloting skill checks. The Lynx took 60 plus, needs a 6, gets an 11. Petra took 20 plus, needs a 5, gets an 8. Do we have... okay, Longsword has no physical attacks. The Fenris kicks Earl in the left leg for 9 down to 32 armor, and he does not go down. Alright, Petra and Earl are both at 4 heat. The Wyvern is at 5, the Lynx is at 5, Longsword is at 2, everyone else is running cool. We've still got reinforcements deploying on rounds 4, 6, and 8. It is going into round 2. We have 1 initiative. See if we can do something about that Fenris this turn. Mackie, maybe back up. Needs a 3 for moving reckless and gets a 2. Lovely. Falls on his right side, taking 10 damage to the right arm and right torso. Naren Limerick needs a 3 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 4, so narrowly avoids that. Can we get up? We can't use careful stand at this point. Needs a 3. Needed a 3 last time, didn't get it. Okay, so Longsword being attacked by a pair of Griffins. Maybe we can have him back up. Petra would like to get the Lynx into close range with the medium lasers, so we'll do that. The Elementals have approached us on the right side. The Fenris is bugging out. Earl, I think, will stand still and try to take out those Elementals with his LBX on medium lasers. Yeah, we got, Naren Limerick needed a 3 to move recklessly, got a 2, we saw that, took 10 to the right arm and right torso. And then to stand up needed a 3, got a 9. Thomas Theismann, hey, how's it going? Sorry, I didn't see you there for a minute. How is it going? Glad you could join us. Things are off to kind of a rocky start, but I think I think we can do this. Let me start with longsword. We've got this griffin here on a 9. Let's see. Petra would like to continue whaling on this lynx if we can. We've got him on 8s with the PPCs. We've got him on a 7 with the LBX. Let's switch that to standard slugs. We'll get him on an 8. Actually, do we want to hit him with a standard slug? He doesn't have anything in that right torso, does he? Just double heat sinks and a large laser? No. Yeah, that'll be 1 PVC, that'll be the slug ammunition on an 8, that'll be the medium lasers on 8s. That'll be skipping both ERs, going for the slug ammo. Got him on a pair of 12s, got him on an 8. That's 5 heat under, or we could go 10 heat over with the PPC. If we swapped one of the mediums for the PPC, that would be, what, 7 heat over? We'll go cool this turn. The Mackie. Let's have Earl actually go for these battle armors first. We'll go for the cluster munition on a 7. Large laser and the medium lasers on 8s. The Mackie at the Lynx. We'll skip the PPC. We might as well throw in the autocannon 10 because it's not an LBX. You know what? We might as well throw in the PPC. Even on a bad shot, even on a 10. That still puts us 6 heat under. What can we do with these leg lasers? We can go for the elementals on 11s. Sure, we'll take those shots. Alright, assault laser turret hits Earl in the left arm with an ER large laser to the left arm. Down to 26. The Griffin 2C misses the Black Knight with everything. The Fenris hits Earl in the left arm with a medium pulse laser for 7, down to 19. Longsword on 9s misses the Griffin 2C with everything. The light flak turret hits Earl with 4 LBX pellets to the center torso, right torso, left arm, right leg, down to 18 on that left arm. Elemental battle armor with the machine guns hits Petra in the right torso and left torso. SRM2 with The +4 bonus hits with 8 SRMs. There's that Sandblaster coming in. Would have been probably 6 or 5 missiles if we hadn't had that SPA there. Hit her in the left torso, the right arm, left torso, right arm again, right arm again, right torso and right leg. That right arm is down to 14, and the auto rifles to the right leg down to 29. The Lynx hits the Mackie in the left leg with the ERPPC down to 31. Medium lasers to the center torso and left leg. And left leg again down to 21 armor there. Petra at the Lynx misses with the LBX. Would have been a hit if we'd been using the pellet ammunition, but we weren't. Medium lasers to the center torso, left leg, and right arm for 5 each, down to 14, 11, and 13 in those locations. Medium laser to the right torso, down to 3 structure. Medium siege turret hits Earl with a pair of PPCs to the right arm and right torso. Ouch, that is going to be a PSR. And that is also 20 points of armor that we're going to have to replace to the right arm and right torso of that Atlas. I'm a fan of pellet, more chances at criticals. It's situational for me. I do like it, it's just not always the best choice in my opinion. Especially against something that still has most of its armor. I'm trying to put holes in that armor more than I'm trying to get through armor crits. Earl at the Elementals hits Trooper 1 with a large laser and kills him. Hits Trooper 5 and Trooper 3 with medium laser fire. Kills Trooper number 3. But doesn't get anything else. But still, that Elemental battle armor squad is down to 60% efficiency. The Bombard turret misses Earl. The Wyvern misses Petra on 10s and 8s. The Mackie at the Lynx misses with the PPC, misses with the autocannon 10. Medium lasers, 2 of them to the left leg, down to 1 armor. Medium laser to the center torso, medium laser to the left leg, critting on his upper leg. So that is down to 9 structure, and that is going to be a PSR. The right leg critical. Gets his jump jet through the armor. 11 armor remaining, but he is now going to be a 464 movement profile, which is exciting because that is way less evasive than a 585. And one of the medium lasers lands a hit. One of the leg-mounted medium lasers on an 11 hits Trooper number 5 down to 0 armor. So if we can just hit him with an LB-10X, that'd be great. The Lynx with the leg actuator hit and 40 plus damage, needs a pair of 6s, gets a pair of 7s. Mackie took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets a 10. Petra took 20 plus, needs a 5, gets a 9. Earl took 20 plus, needs a 5, gets a 9. Longsword is not going to be declaring any physical attacks. The Lynx kicks the Mackie in the left leg for 11, down to 10 armor there, and does not knock down the Mackie. Lynx is up to 7 heat, the Wyvern is up to 4 heat, Earl is down to 3 heat. Everyone else is running pretty cool. We have 1 initiative going into round 3. We are going last. We have reinforcements starting to arrive next turn from the west. Mackie, can we back up a hex? Yes, please. Petra, can we back up a hex, please? Earl, I think Earl's going to stand still. And Longsword is going to advance on the Lynx for 5 hexes. That's 2 evasion. Okay, Petra taking fire from a Griffin 2C and a Fenris, as well as an assault laser turret, which is splitting its targets between Petra and Earl. Let's start with Longsword, who's got the Lynx on 9s. We'll skip the PPC. Throw in a 7, a 5, a 3, and a bunch more 5s. And a 7, yeah. That works for me. The Mackie. We will skip the PVC. We'll do the autocannon and the medium lasers on 4s. Except the ones in the legs. Let's see. We've got 7s, we've got 8s, we've got 7s, we've got 10s. Actually, we might as well shoot the Lynx with everything on 7s and easier. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. 7s and 4s. And the elementals on 12s. Just to be heat neutral, or close to it. Petra has the Griffin 2C on 7s, has the Wyvern on 6s. Yeah, we'll throw in an ERPPC on a 6, an LV10X on an 8, and all the mediums on 10s. Go 3 heat over for the SRMs, which are not likely to hit, but we'll see what we can do. We've got the elementals on 7s and 8s. We'll go 2 heat over to try to take out those elementals. Oh, no, I saw Earl go prone. The Griffin 2C hits Longsword in the left arm with an ER large laser for 10 down to 14, and some SRMs to the CT critical, critting on his engine and gyro with a lucky crit. To the right arm, left torso, right torso, Longsword is likely going down. The Fenris hits Petra in the center torso and the right torso with medium pulse laser fire. Down to 26, down to 9 on that right torso, down to 2 on that right torso after a 4th medium pulse laser. The assault laser turret hits her in the right torso with an ER large, critting on a medium laser down to 14 structure. That right torso taking a hammering this turn. With 2 medium pulses and an ER large, that is 22 points off of that right torso in a matter of seconds. Longsword at the Lynx hits him in the center torso, hits him in the left torso, hits him in the right leg, hits him in the right leg, critting on his upper leg. Hits him in the left leg, center torso down to 14 structure, right arm down to 8 armor, center torso down to 11 structure. The elementals landed 6 SRMs with a +4 bonus. Hit Earl in the center torso, right arm, right torso, left torso. The Lynx hits the Mackie with the large laser to the left torso, down to 19. Medium laser fire to the left arm, center torso, right torso, down to 28, 39, and 22. Left leg is down to 5 armor. Light flak turret hits Earl in the right arm and the center torso. Our Mackie hits the Lynx in the right arm with the PPC down to 7 structure. Autocannon 10 to the center torso down to 1 structure. Medium laser to the right leg, to the right arm, to the center torso. The Lynx is down. The Lynx is out of the fight with center torso destruction. Did miss both shots at the elementals. Ugh. The Wyvern hits Petra in the left torso with a large pulse laser down to 8 armor, and 6 LRMs to the right leg down to 23. Medium siege turret hits Earl in the right leg and left arm for 10 each, down to 30 on that leg, down to 8 on that arm. Petra hits the Wyvern in the left arm with a PPC down to 4 armor. Missed with a bunch of mediums. Landed a couple mediums to the center torso on the right arm down to 15, down to 9, and 5 SRMs to the CT, to the left leg down to 18, the right arm is down to 7, the left torso is down to 14. The Wyvern misses Petra, the Wyvern misses the Mackie. The light bombard turret misses Earl. Earl at the elementals does land the LB-10X using pellet ammunition, kills troopers 4, 5, and 2, destroying the elemental battle armor completely. Good deal. The Wyvern took 20 plus, needs a 7, gets a 2. Takes 5 damage to the CT, down to 8 armor there. Pilot needs a 7 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 6. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 7. The Mackie needs a 4, gets a 9. Petra needs a 6, gets a 7. Earl needs a 5, gets a 3. Takes 10 damage to the right arm and right leg. Does avoid hurting the pilot. And then Longsword with a gyro hit needs an 8, gets a 9. That'll be about it. Oof. The Wyvern is up to 8 heat. Their other Wyvern is up to 4 heat. Their other Wyvern is up to 0 heat. Our Mackie is up to 0. Petra is up to 3. Earl is up to 2. Longsword is up to 4. Everyone else is at 0. Longsword, if he goes down, he might have another one of those battles where he's just prone and sniping. We've won initiative and we are going last. We've got units deploying this round. We've got units deploying in 2 more turns. Okay, so the elementals are down. We scoot this way, we can advance on these guys. I think that's the plan. Unless, can we jump over to here and get eyes on these 3 guys? The Mackie will advance 1 hex. Petra will advance 1 hex. These turns aren't going fast enough. Reinforcements are required. Yeah. We are working on eliminating them. We've gotten the Lynx and we've got the Elementals. We've got the Wyvern damaged to a degree. Earl would like to get up here. Would like to use Careful Stand. So he can get up on a 2 instead of a 4. Longsword would like to advance on the Wyvern, try to catch him in the right side, actually. We can catch that Fenris in the back. That Fenris doesn't have any ammunition. Yeah, that Fenris doesn't have any ammunition, so we will try to take out the Wyvern, I think. No, the Fenris with 4 medium pulse lasers is kind of a threat. That is almost 30 points of damage coming out of that thing every turn, and a highly accurate 30 points at that. Yeah, we will advance to here. Earl needed a 2, got a 4. Tried to fail, but couldn't. Let's start with the Mackie, with the PPCs. We've got the Wyvern on 7s. Oh. We've got the Wyvern on 7s. We've got the Fenris on 9s. We've got the Griffin 2C on 9s. So that'll be the Wyvern. That'll be the PPC, that'll be the autocannon, and that'll be as many medium lasers as we can afford. Petra at the Wyvern on 7s. Do we want to sacrifice a 7 for a trio of 9s? I don't think we do. No, I think we're gonna go with the easy shots this time. Longsword at the Fenris on 7s. We've got him in the back with the PPC and the 2 large lasers and the medium pulse. Oh. Medium pulse on 5s. Medium lasers on 9s. We'll skip those. Earl. Got the Griffin, I guess, on 8s. We'll go for slug ammunition on 9s. Because he's not really hurt yet. Actually, you know what? We'll go for the cluster munitions. We'll fire some lasers at him first and try to soften him up a little bit. On 11, on 8, yeah, we'll go 5 heat over. No. We'll skip one of the mediums. We'll go 2 heat over. And Tsubasa, last but not least, at the Griffin. We've got the Griffin on 7s, so that'll be an ER large and a pair of mediums for 4 heat over and a pair of machine guns. Okay, the Griffin 2N selected SRM-6 for better damage potential, and it occurs to me that I don't know which is which. Where is, well, first of all, we can go here for that. Okay, needed to do that. But next, I believe it's under client settings. Thermal movement, skip done, okay. Show each unit's unique ID next to its name. Okay, there, that was what we wanted. So both Griffin 2Ns have selected SRM 6 ammo due to better damage potential. Griffin 2C number 2, or Griffin 2C2, hits Petra in the center torso with an ER large, first 10 down to 16. At 2 SRMs to the right leg down to 19. The other SRMs fail to achieve a lock. The Fenris hits Tsubasa in the left arm with an ER PPC, a glancing blow for 7 points down to 3. And 2 SRMs to the center torso and right torso down to 12 and 10. The Fenris misses Petra on a pair of 8s. The Mackie misses the Wyvern with the PPC on a 7. Hits him in the center torso with an autocannon 10, critting on his LRM 10 twice. Medium laser to the left torso, down to 9 armor, missed with everything else. The assault laser turret hits Petra in the right torso with an ER large laser. She's about to lose that and her right arm, down to 6 structure on that location. The Griffin hits Tsubasa in the right leg with an ER PPC, glancing blow for 5, down to 9 armor. Petra at the Wyvern hits him in the left arm with a PPC, hits him in the left arm with an ER PPC, transfers into the left torso, down to 0 armor there. Could have fired some cluster munitions, but still would have missed. The light flak turret hits Petra in the left arm and the right leg and the right torso and the right arm, does not get the crit. The Wyvern misses Petra on a 7. The Wyvern hits Tsubasa in the center torso for 4 with a large pulse laser, down to 8 armor there. Our Black Knight longsword misses with his PPC, does hit with both large lasers to the right arm and right leg, down to 6 and 11 armor in those locations. Medium siege turret hits Earl in the right arm for 10, down to 4 armor. Ouch. The Wyvern number 3 hits Petra in the right leg and right arm with 6 LRMs, down to 13 and 12 in those locations. Earl on 9s and 11s misses with everything. The light bombard turret misses Petra on a 10. Tsubasa at the Griffin on 7s hits with a pair of a medium laser and a machine gun to the left arm and left leg. Tsubasa took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets a 5. Petra needs a 5, gets a 4, falls on her right torso, destroys her right torso and blows off her right arm. And does avoid hurting the pilot. Well, that is some unfortunate luck. We will be kicking the Griffin on a 6, I think. Yeah, we'll take that chance. Longsword has nothing. Griffin kicks Tsubasa in the left leg. Tsubasa kicks the Griffin in the left leg for 11 for 8. Neither one goes down, but Tsubasa is down to 3 armor. The Griffin is down to 14. All of the pilots need gunnery and piloting practice. Yeah, but if we go improving their piloting and gunnery, that'll just make them worth more points. And then they'll be up against tougher opposition. Alright. Griffin 2N is up to 3 heat. Wyvern is up to 5 heat. Wyvern number 2 is up to 5 heat. Wyvern number 3 is up to 4 heat. Tsubasa is up to 4 heat. Petra is up to 4. Earl is up to 2. Longsword is up to 4. We've got them down to 78.9%. They've got us down to 89.4%. We don't have anyone deploying this turn, but we do have Ash deploying next turn. We have 1 initiative going into round 5. And that assault laser turret is being a real pain in the butt. That medium siege turret, I think, with the PPCs. Yeah, that medium siege turret is being a real pain with those PPCs. He is being super accurate. I wish I could disable him without, destroying the base. Let's see. Mackie. Might as well back up a hex. Yeah, I think we're falling back a little bit this turn. Needs a 2 to stand up, we'll do that. Longsword will advance on the Fenris. Maybe we can kick his leg off. Needed a 2, got an 8 to stand up, good deal. Assault laser turret needs a pair of 8s to hit Earl. That's not great. That is not great. Mackie will be shooting the Wyvern on some 7s and some 9s. Longsword will be shooting at the Fenris on... We'll skip the PPC. We'll do all of the 8s, or the 5s and 3s. We'll skip one of the large lasers as well. That'll be a 5, that'll be a 3, that'll be a bunch of 5s, and that'll be... Ooh. Oh, that'll be 1 heat under, okay. Tsubasa at the Griffin, maybe, on 7s. We'll skip one of the mediums. Petra at the Wyvern on 7s versus the Fenris on 8s. We'll do the 7s. That'll be one of those, and a 9. Skip the smalls. Oh, we lost the SRM6 as well. Dang, we've lost all of our mediums almost. And one of our ERPPCs. Dang. Earl has the Griffin on 7s, has the Wyvern on 8s. That'll be the 7s. That'll be everything. LRM20, we'll skip the SRM, we'll go 4 heat over for that. We have been doing good on initiative, you're not wrong about that, but that's about the only thing we've been doing good on. The assault laser turret on 8s lands 1 hit on Earl's left leg down to 24 armor. The Griffin 2C hits longsword in the right arm with an ER large for 10 down to 12 armor there, and 2 SRMs to the left torso and center torso. 2 more SRMs to the left torso and center torso. 2 more SRMs to the left arm and left leg. Alright, well. The Mackie hits the Wyvern in the left torso, critting on his jump jet and his engine. The autocannon 10 to the left arm and left torso, or transfers into the left torso, destroying the left torso, transferring into the center torso. And the Wyvern is down by engine destruction. So that is great. Medium laser to the center torso. The Wyvern is destroyed now by center torso destruction as well. The Fenris hits Longsword in the right arm with a medium pulse laser. Hits him in the left torso with a pair of medium pulse lasers. Hits him in the left torso with another medium pulse laser. Down to 13 structure there. That is some really good grouping from him. The light flak turret hits Earl in the left arm and left leg and left arm and the right leg as well. The Griffin hits Earl with 4 SRMs to the left torso and right torso, down to 15 on that right torso. Longsword at the Fenris hits him in the right torso with a large laser, down to 6 armor. Medium pulse laser to the right leg, down to 4. Medium lasers to the center torso, right leg, and left torso. Small laser to the left leg, down to 16 armor there. Tsubasa at the Griffin hits him in the center torso, hits him in the right arm, hits him in the right arm with a machine gun, down to 11 armor there. The light bombard turret misses on a 10. The Banshee missing on a pair of 7s and a 9. Earl at the Griffin. Well, I'll take the LBX shot. It's not what I was going for, but it would have been a miss if I had been firing regular stuff. Did get him in the head. Tickly. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets an 8. Right leg is down to 21 armor. Left arm is down to 7 armor. LRM 20 hits with 9 LRMs to the left torso and right leg. The Griffin stays standing. Longsword does not. Took 40 plus, needs an 11, gets a 5. Takes 8 damage to the right arm and left leg. Greenfield needs an 11 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 5. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 5. Fenris took 20 plus, needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 9. Yeah, we've been doing great on the initiative, but we have not been doing well on the piloting checks. The Fenris kicks the Black Knight in the left arm for 9, down to 3 armor. The Griffin is up to 8 heat, Tsubasa is up to 5 heat, Earl is up to 4, everyone else is running pretty cool except for the Griffin 2C2, which is up to 5 heat. We've got them down to 73%, they've got us down to 87%. We've won initiative, we've got reinforcements coming in this turn. Reinforcements are going to start here. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that works. Oh, except it's dark. So yeah, that'll be a little bit less. Tsubasa will jump over to here. The Mackie will be backing up. Petra will be backing up. Earl, I think, will be backing up. And Roy will be trying to careful stand his way onto this hex. Needs a 7. Did not get the 7. Falls on his rear, takes 5 to the right leg and 3 to the right torso rear. Takes his second consciousness check, needs a 5, gets a 12. Ash has one target, and that is a griffin. We've got him on 10s. 10s is not great. Oh, we've got him on 8s, I guess. Tsubasa has the Fenris on 7s. A7, I guess. The Mackie has the Fenris on 8s. Eights and 10s. Petra has the Fenris on 8s and 12s. Earl has the Fenris out of range. Has the Griffin on 7s, so yeah, we'll take those shots. Or 8s. Yeah, we'll take the 8s, we'll take the 10s. Skip one of the 10s. We should have some LRMs that we can get them on 8s. That'll put us at 3 heat over. And the Black Knight taking shots on the left side from the Fenris, but there is nothing I can take a shot at from where I'm at, so that'll be a skip. Griffin 2C2 hits the Mackie in the left torso with an ER large for 10, down to 9 armor. Ash at the Griffin on 8s, hits him in the left torso, hits him in the center torso, critical for no effect, and the right arm. The center torso again down to 9, and the right leg down to 12. The assault laser turret hits the Mackie in the left torso and the center torso with ER large laser fire, down to 1 on that left torso, down to 31 on that CT. Let's see, the Fenris has longsword on the right leg and the right torso with medium pulse laser fire, down to 12 and 15 in those locations. Tsubasa missed the Fenris on a 7. Griffin hits Ash for 4 SRMs. No big deal. Mackie takes a couple of shots to the center torso and right arm from the light flak turret. And the center torso critical and the center torso down to 28. Mackie at the Fenris hits him in the head with a PPC. Shamila takes her first consciousness check. Needs a 3, gets a 12. Missed with everything else. The Griffin 2C hits Ash in the right arm, would have been the head. For 10 with an ER large, down to 12 armor there. The Wyvern missing on 10s and 12s. The Petra missing on 8s and 12s. Earl hits the Griffin in the left torso with an LB-10X, down to 0 armor. Missed with everything else. The light bombard turret hits Ash with 5 mortars to the arms and left torso. And everybody stays standing, surprisingly. We will be hatcheting him on a 5. Oh. He tried to kick us and missed. We hatchet him in the right leg and left leg, critting on both of his hips and a lower leg. Needs a 9 to stay standing, gets a 3, goes down, takes 5 to the right leg, crits on his lower leg, takes 1 to the left torso, crits on his SRM6. Needs a 9 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 10. The Griffin is up to 9 heat, the Wyvern is up to 8, Tsubasa is up to 3, Earl is up to 3, everyone else is running cool. We have finally lost initiative, and we've got units deploying next round. Oh, man. Alright, what do we got? We've got Earl. I'll be backing up. We got Petra. Be backing up. Got the Mackie. We'll be backing up. Ash, I think will actually be advancing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he doesn't have partial cover on us. That's at medium range, which is right where we like to see him. Yeah, we'll do that. Tsubasa will be jumping over to... Aw. And Longsword, I think, will stay prone. We'll just be turning. Alright, Griffin 2N, destroyed by ejection. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets the 5. Fenris, running and turning, needs a 3, gets a 10. Alright, so we've got the Wyverns on 5s. We've got the Fenris on 5s. Lots of leg crits. Yeah, fair number. Yeah, you're not wrong. Do we go for the Fenris or do we go for one of the Wyverns with Ash? Let's start with maybe Earl. Has the Fenris on 6s. So yeah, that'll be a 6 and a 6. That'll be a bunch of 10s. Skip one of those. And that'll be a 6 with the LRMs to go 2 heat over. Petra. At the Fenris. Has him on 6s, so that'll be a 6 and a 6 and a 10. The Mackie has the Griffin on 9s, has the Fenris on 10s. It'll have to be the 9s, I guess, unless it's the Fenris on... no, 9s. We'll go for the Griffin on 9s. That'll be the PPC. That'll be the PPC and the autocannon, I guess. Let's see, Black Knight. Black Knight's got no targets. Tsubasa has the Griffin on an 8, or the Fenris on an 11. We'll go for the 8, obviously. And we'll throw in a 10, just because we can, without going too hot. And last but not least, Ash. It'll be the 5s on the Wyvern with all the medium lasers. Try to knock him down, maybe. Oh, I think we got him. Earl at the Fenris. Hits him in the right arm with the LB-10X down to 4 armor. Missed with almost everything else. Did land 16 LRMs to the center torso, right arm, and left leg. The Griffin 2C2 missed the Mackie on a 9. The Fenris lands a PPC on Ash's left leg, followed that by an ER small laser to the left leg. That's 20 points from 30 down to 10 real quick. And then 2 SRMs to the left arm and left torso. Petra hits the Fenris in the right torso down to 10 structure. The assault laser turret hits the Mackie in the left arm for 8 down to 20. The Fenris hits the Mackie in the left torso with a medium pulse laser for 7 down to 15 structure. The Mackie missed the Griffin on 9s and 11s. The light flak turret hits the Mackie in the center torso and the right leg for 1 each. The Griffin 2C2 number 2 hits Ash in the right torso with an ER large down to 11, and a pair of Streak SRMs to the right and left torso, a couple more to the right and left torso. That right torso is down to 7 already. The Wyvern missed Ash on an 8. Tsubasa hits the Griffin in the right arm for 8 down to 3. Medium siege turret hits Ash in the right torso with a PPC down to 12 structure already. That's on a pair of 7s. The Wyvern hits Ash in the right leg with a medium laser down to 25. Ash at the Wyvern on 5s hits him in the left torso, the left arm, the left torso again down to 6. Left leg, right leg, both down to 17. Right torso down to 11. Right torso down to 6. Right arm down to 9. Light bombard turret hits Ash in the center torso, right arm, and right leg for 2s. Ash needs a 6 to stay standing, took 60 plus. Needs a 6, gets a 9. The Wyvern needs a 7, gets a 4, goes down, takes 5 to the center torso. Zhigang needs a 7 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 5. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets an 8. The Ferret took 20 plus, needs a 6, gets a 5, takes 5 damage to the right leg, needs a 6 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 10. No physical attacks. The Griffin is at 4 heat, the 2 Wyverns are at 8, Tsubasa is at 4, Earl is down to 2, everyone else is running cool. We've got them down to 60%, we're down to 85%, so we are pulling ahead. We do have Hoser and Tugyu deploying this turn. We'll start with Tugyu. We'll start with him here. And then Hoser. Start here, I suppose. No, here, so we can advance into this hex without going through the heavy rubble. All right. We will advance at a walk. Ash might be backing up this turn. Tsubasa will wait on. Tugyu will wait on. Petra. Might as well advance this turn. Longsword. Stay down. No, we'll wait. The Mackie will advance this turn. Earl will advance this turn. Tsubasa. Might as well jump into this building. Has a structure of 141, so we'll go ahead and jump up on there into the back of the Fenris. The Stalker will get the Griffin within medium laser range. Longsword will stay on the ground, as Lark's characters are wont to do. The Wyvern needs a 5 to get up, gets a 7. Alright, Hoser, we've got the Fenris. We've got him on 6s. Or we've got the Wyvern, the back of the Wyvern on 5s. That'll be the back of the Wyvern on 5s, please and thank you. Threes, yeah. Go 1 heat over for the ER large. Ash at the Wyvern on 7s, at the Griffin on 11s, at the Fenris on 8s. That'll be 7s into the back of the Wyvern, please and thank you. The Vulcan into the back of the Fenris on 8s. That'll be 1 ER, 1 medium, and 2 machine guns. The Stalker at the Griffin will do 1 of the ERs. No, we can do 2 of the ERs, especially if our combat computer is working the way it should. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go 4 heat over, hopefully. The Mackie at the Griffin on 8s. Yeah, we'll do that. Petra at the Griffin on 8s as well. And Earl. We got the Fenris out of range. We got the Fenris on 10s. Yeah, we'll do the Fenris on 10s, I guess, because we don't have anything better. And the Black Knight into the back of the Fenris on 9s. We'll do a PPC. Do a pair of larges on 8s. Actually, wait. We'll skip the PPC on the 9. We'll do the 2 larges on 8s. We'll do the medium pulses on 6s and 8s. Yeah, that works. 1 heat under. Get some shots off on him. Alright, so Hoser hits the Wyvern in the right torso rear for 15, the right arm and the left torso rear for 10. Leaving him with 2 structure, 1 structure, and 7 structure in those 3 locations. The assault laser turret hits the Mackie in the right leg for 8 down to 32. Good deal. The Griffin 2C hits the Mackie in the center torso with an ER large for 10, down to 17. The Mackie takes a pair of streak SRMs to the right and left torso, pair of streak SRMs to the center and right arm, pair of streaks to the arms, pair of streaks to the right arm and left torso. Ash at the Wyvern on 7s, gets him in the left arm, gets him in the right leg, gets him in the center torso rear, gets him in the left leg. On a 2 on that CTR. The Fenris hits Hoser in the center torso with an ER PPC, down to 16 armor already, and the left torso takes an ER small, down to 19. Light flak turret at the Mackie hits him in the left torso, critting on a double heat sink. Tsubasa hits the Fenris in the left arm with an ER large and a medium laser, down to 1 armor there. The Fenris hits Mackie in the right torso and the left arm for 7 each. Hits him in the left torso for 2 more 7s, which blows off his left arm and transfers into the center torso, leaving him with 11 armor. The Stalker at the Griffin hits him in the left torso critical, going through the armor, critting on his SRM2 and a jump jet, and 8 to the center torso, down to 9. Medium lasers on 8s hit him in the right torso, hit him in the left leg, hit him in the center torso. 5 SRMs splashing around. Hoser needs to target a location rather than scattering. Yeah, if 2 of those had landed in the same spot, it would have been some major damage, but unfortunately it just left him with a couple points left. And then 4 more SRMs to the right arm, center torso, left arm, through armor crit to the upper arm. Medium siege turret hits Hoser in the right torso with an ER PPC, down to 14. Griffin 2C hits Tugyu with a couple of SRMs to the right torso and left arm. Mackie at the Griffin 2C hits him in the center torso with an autocannon 10, down to 7 armor. Medium laser to the left arm, down to 6. The Wyvern hits Tugyu in the right torso rear with a large pulse laser for 9, down to 0 armor. Petra landed an autocannon 10 to the Griffin's right leg, down to 10 armor there. The Bombard turret hits Ash for 5 SRM style hits to the right arm, right leg, right torso, going internal, critting on one of the lasers. Earl hits the Fenris in the left torso, down to 4 armor. Missed with everything else. Longsword hits the Fenris in the center torso with a large laser, down to 6 armor. Large laser to the right leg, down to 2 structure. Medium pulse laser to the center torso, down to 13 structure. Medium laser to the right leg, destroying it, transferring into the right torso. Medium laser to the left leg. Medium laser to the center torso, critting on his engine. And for being prone, Longsword is still doing some good work. The Wyvern number 4 hits Tsubasa in the left arm with a large pulse laser for 4, down to 5 structure, no crit. Missed with everything else. Hoser took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets a 6. The Griffin 2C took 40 plus, needs a 6, gets a 10. The Wyvern needs an 8, gets a 5, goes down, takes 5 to the left arm, critting on his hand and shoulder. Shigang needs an 8 to avoid hurting the pilot in the fall, gets a 7. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 7. The Mackie needs a 6 to stay standing, gets a 12. The Fenris, which lost a leg, goes down, takes 5 to the left leg, leaving it with 6 armor there. Shamela needs an 11 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 4. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets an 8. The Griffin 2C needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 2. Falls on his right arm, takes 4 damage to the shoulder and lower arm, both critted out. And Laverna needs a 4 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 7. And I'm starting to think that we maybe are getting close to finishing them off. No physical attacks, we're not kicking the building. Alright, Hoser's at 1 heat, the Griffin 2C is at 3. Wyverns are at 8 and 7. Tsubasa is at 2. Stalker is at 8. Includes 4 heat due to combat computer. Should have been at 4 heat. Not 8, but whatever. Mackie is at 7 heat. Earl is at 2. Everyone else is running. Oh, the Griffin 2C is up to 7. Everyone else is running cool. We do have them down to 51.55%, so we've got one more turn before we can call this. We're at 79.5% of our forces, and we have 1 initiative. We've got no more reinforcements arriving, but that shouldn't be a problem. Hoser will advance at a walk. Ash. Ash will back up, I think. Needs a 3 to avoid falling down. We can get a 3, I hope. Okay, Tsubasa is going to hold off for a second. Tugyu is going to advance at a walk. Or at a run, I guess. Construction factor 113, construction factor 54. Yeah, we'll jump 3 to pick up an extra point of evasion. We'll shoot the Fenris in the back some more. Longsword will turn to the right, and we will take some shots at this Griffin that seems to be sneaking up behind us. Needed a 3, got an 8, needed a 3, got a 10, needed a 5, got a 7. Alright, Hoser at the Fenris. Got him on 6s. So that'll be 1 ERPPC. 2 ER mediums, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess that'll be it. Ash at the Fenris has him on 6s, so we'll go ahead and light him up. Tsubasa into the back of the Fenris on 8s, so that'll be everything. The Stalker has the Wyvern on 9s. We'll skip one of the ER larges. Go 5 heat over with the SRMs. And I suspect that's going to be 5 heat over after the combat computer. I think they may have just started annotating the way they do it differently. I think it shows the after combat computer heat sooner than it used to. I think it used to only show the -4 heat at the end phase, and I think now it's showing it during the shooting phase. I think that's what's happening here. We've got the Griffin on 6s and 8s, so that'll be all of those. Petra has the Griffin on 7s, so that'll be, I think, everything with her. Earl has the Fenris on 9s. Has the Griffin on 11s. Has this Griffin on 8s. 8s is the best we've seen so far. It's better than 9s for sure. So we will go ahead and we will take some 8s at him and some 12s. We'll skip one of those and we'll throw in the LRMs on an 8. Longsword into the Griffin. We'll skip the PPC on an 11. We'll do the 2 larges on 8s. We'll do the medium pulse. And that'll be a heat neutral from him. Alright. Last turn, yeah, let's do this. Assault laser turret hits Tsubasa in the right torso for 2, down to 8 armor. Griffin 2C hits longsword in the right torso and the left arm for 10 and 5. Down to 10 structure on that left arm, and 2 SRMs to the right torso and left leg. 2 more SRMs to the left torso and center torso, critting on a double heat sink. Right arm and right arm and right leg. Right arm is down to 10 structure. Poser at the Fenris gets him in the left torso, destroying it and blowing off his left arm. ER medium laser to the back of the center, or no, to the left side center torso, down to 7. Medium laser to the right torso, critting on his engine, destroying the Fenris by engine destruction. And then a medium laser to the center torso leaves him with 2 armor. The Fenris misses Ash on a 6 and an 8. The flak turret misses Ash on a pair of 5s. Ash hits the Fenris in the center torso. Right arm, right leg, left leg, right arm destroyed. Right torso. The Fenris at the longsword hits him in the left arm down to 3 structure. The Vulcan at the Fenris hits him in the right torso rear, critting on his engine. Right arm down to 1 armor. Machine gun to the left arm. Gets the lucky crit and blows off his left arm. Medium siege turret hits Ash in the right torso with a PPC, destroying her right torso and blowing off her right arm. ER PPC to the right torso transfers into the center torso, leaving her with 17 armor. Griffin 2C hits Tugyu in the left torso and right leg. The Stalker. Save all of those arm weapons. What you're talking about on Ash's Archer? Or on the Fenris? What does the Fenris have in his left arm? He's got a medium pulse laser. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Stalker at the Wyvern hits him in the left leg and the center torso. Hits him in the left arm and the right leg. Hits him with 4 SRMs to the torso and right leg. The Wyvern hits Stalker, wouldn't be in the right leg, but the right leg is behind a building. The Mackie hits the Griffin in the left arm with an autocannon 10, hits him in the right torso and left torso with medium laser fire, hits him in the head with a medium laser. Laverna takes her first consciousness check. Medium laser to the right arm, destroys it and blows it off. The Bombard turret misses. Petra misses, except for a medium laser to the right leg of that Griffin 2C. The Wyvern hits Tugyu in the center torso with a large pulse laser and a medium laser. A small laser to the left arm. SRM 6 hits with all 6 Inferno missiles. So the Stalker is going to be picking up an extra 12 heat this turn. And that's going to put him at like 18. Earl hits the Griffin in the right leg, hits him in the left leg. Black Knight hits the Griffin 2C in the left arm, transferring into the left torso, hits him in the center torso, down to 0. Hits him in the right torso, down to 5. Ash took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets a 3, takes 7 damage. Would have been the right arm both times, goes to the center torso both times, down to 10 armor. Needs a 4 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 5. The Wyvern needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 5. Stalker needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 9. The Griffin 2C needs a 6 to stay standing, gets a 12. Wyvern kicks Stalker in the right arm for 9, down to 19. The Stalker needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 6. And we have Stalker up to 17 heat, needs a 4 plus to avoid shutting down, gets an 11. Everyone else is at 8 or less, except the Griffin 2C is at 11. Jeez, we are all running hot this turn. We've got a pair of 8s, we've got a 7, we've got 17 obviously, we've got an 11. That's a lot of heat. And we've got them down to 37.15%. That is enough to call this a victory. We have taken the base at no small cost to ourselves. Oof. Quite the battle, if I wouldn't say so myself. Yes, we do always save the salvage. It'll pop up here real quick. And yes, we controlled the battlefield. Black Knight crippled, Banshee crippled, Mackie crippled, Ash crippled, Vulcan moderate damage, Atlas light damage. Stalker and Hoser undamaged. Longsword took 2 hits, everyone else was unharmed. The Griffin 2C number 2 escaped. Wyverns all escaped. Did we capture anything? Huh. The Fenris. We could take his medium pulse lasers. All 4 of them, actually. That might not be a bad move. Oh wait, except we can't, because we're already at 31% of our salvage limit. We're only allowed to do 30%, so we can't take any of these things, because we have already overdrawn. Yeah, we can't salvage anything though, we're already overdrawn. We literally cannot salvage a single thing from this battle, because we have already salvaged stuff from other battles, and this was not enough to bring us down below that limit, or bring the limit up high enough to where we could do anything about it. Did we capture anyone? We captured the pilot of the Wyvern Dane. Hoser got the Fenris, Nairn got the Lynx, Earl got the Elementals, and Nairn also got the Wyvern. So 2 kills for Nairn. The Fenris and the Griffin, I believe, both ejected. Force withdrawal, oh, 75%. 75? For real? We're still gonna call it a win. Yeah, we did engage for a minimum number of turrets. We did not destroy the facility. We did preserve the facility. Facility captured. Yes, we did that. Okay. So, let me just double check this real quick. Yeah, no, I guess I misremembered our objectives. Our objective was to destroy our route 75%, not 50%. We were close, but we weren't quite there. We're still gonna call it a win though. And in fact, we are going to call it a little bit early tonight. Because I'm tired. And that took a lot out of me. But, yeah. I think this is going to be the end of it for tonight. I used to feel worse about calling it early, but I guess I just don't feel as bad about it right now. Should have killed more salvage, but that was an okay battle. Yeah, we should have killed more. It would have cost us more dearly, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, we had Mackie lost its left arm and left torso. That's actually not too bad. The Atlas took some armor damage, but nothing too major. The Vulcan took some armor damage. Almost lost his left arm. Archer took its right torso off and right arm. Lost 3 medium lasers. The Banshee lost its right torso. Lost an ERPBC, some SRMs, and medium lasers. We might need to rebuild some of those clan mechs just to use their double heat sinks in the engine. I will see what we can do. But in the meantime, we got some battle loss compensation. We did get almost 500,000 C-bills just between the Atlas and the Banshee. But we'll check on that next time. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Yeah, we will see you next week. Thank you for joining me. For Rank Thomas, if you're still here, I appreciate it. Let me actually go ahead and we will raid Big Fluffy. And we will see you guys next week. Don't have a good one until then. We'll see you then.